Hi guys, it's such a beautiful day. I figured while I was sat outside I would definitely record something for an upload. I did mention that you can initiate yourself into witchcraft. Now, it's been a long time since I've watched something like it, I guess. But I'm going to tell you what you will need and sort of a process for it, and I'll put the chance later on, because obviously you'll need to get the things that you need anyway. If there's any noise, then do excuse me. That'll be the neighbours or whatever you want to call them. Yeah, so basically this is all you need for a basic sort of initiation. You need your theme, which is a small blade. It represents the Lord, the God, whatever you choose to call. That's like your masculine. Then you will need a chalice, a ritual cup glass for your lady or the goddess. That's your feminine. You can buy specific ones, obviously, but don't feel like you have to, because you can have anything as long as that's going to be your choice and you're going to keep with it, You will need, obviously, incense. That can be a cone, it can be a stick, it can be herbs dried, whatever your choice is. Then you will need water. Usually I do generally use moon water or solar water because I've always got it in. You don't have to, okay? You really don't. You can use blessed water, which I have, but just water is fine in a bowl. Then you will need your salt. The reason the salt is for the earth, so that's really important. And just 2 candles. I did one 14, I think, with someone, and it was a black and white candle, but I do believe you can just use white candles. I don't think it actually matters. Some people have a pentagram in the center, some people lay a cloth down with a pentagram in the center. It just depends. And what you do is you gather everything there that I've said, and you're going to start by setting your space. When I'm sure it was outside, I'm positive it was outside here. Oh gosh, when that was some time ago. It's really long ago, but I don't think you have to be. It just has to be your sacred space. Ideally, you will need to cleanse yourself. You can do this by saging, Himalayan salt bath, whatever your preferred method is. Generally, we do have particular clothing that we wear when we do anything, but I'm a skyclad, so I have a cloak. If I'm not live, just a cloak. If I'm live, I have clothes. um, and they will be used just for your craft, basically. You will set up your space, and this is how you want to set it up. So, north, find your north, use compass on your phone, whatever you have to do, it doesn't matter. North, the salt in a bowl. Okay? Ritual salt in a bowl, you can buy it. I have blessed salt as well, it just varies, but you can buy it. You'll put that at north, and then you are going to find east, which is going to be pretty easy after you found one, right? And that's where you want to put your incense or your herbs that you're actually going to burn. Then south, you will want your candles at south, because that's fire. Obviously, your north, sir, your east is air, and your south is fire. The dogs are barking because someone's going past. Sorry. And then your last one is your west. That's your water. So you will put... Shut up! you will put your bowl of water there. So you will have north, earth, salt, east, air, incense, herbs, what you're going to burn, whatever, south, fire, candles. And then you will have west as your water. So you'll have your bowl of water there. Like I say, then you've got your thing and your chalice, which you will place one at one side, one at the other side. The candles will also represent the god and goddess at this point as well, or whatever, just to go along with the initiation. Now, and I am really honestly trying to do this from memory, guys. You have to make that space sacred, so you would have to have cleansed the space, like saged it and cleansed it all. Now, because it's an initiation, you don't have to do the circle. I remember in the notes it said that you didn't have to do the circle, but it's probably really, it's better to do it because that's your protection. Just remember that once you're in that circle, you don't walk out of it unless you make a doorway. I'll put all the stuff regarding casting a circle on a different upload, but you don't have to on initiation. Now, once everything's set up, the first thing you really need to do is you need to take some nice deep breaths and sort of get in your space and get in your mindset. Firstly, don't jump in at first thinking, oh, this is going to be amazing. No. This is, how can I put it? This is more about earth and respect and self-love. Definitely a lot of self-love and loving of others. It is love. And that's what it is. It's pure love. My eyes are very funky today, I've noticed. They did this before, yeah. And I went to doctors and doctor drug test me. Nothing in my system. And they're doing it today. And it's been ages since I've done that. It's been a while. Now, ideally, because you are being initiated, we call it the Lord and the Lady. But when I sort of did it for myself, when I went my own path at 14 and decided to take things a little bit differently, even though I was still around living with, and I was seeing everything and learning things, I was still doing my own thing, if that makes sense, on the side. Sly sort of thing. But I remember since we're at 14, what you're going to do, you need to invoke the elements, and I will put the whole process of invoking. I'll put the script or the chant for invoking the elements, and you will start with air. When you draw a circle, you start with northeast. So you will invoke air, you will invoke fire, you will invoke water, and you will invoke earth, and that's how it'll go. Now, you will have to also invoke the Lord and the Lady. In your chalice, you will need alcohol as a rule. Many use red wine. If you're not a wine drinker, then spirits, obviously. I use spirits because I'm not a wine drinker or anything like that. So if I'm doing a ritual, I'll use, not a lot, just a bit. Now, the idea is you're going to call in all the elements, and you're going to call the Lord and Lady, or as I did, Mother Earth, the universe, Gaia, whatever, You are going to invoke those as well as you go along. What's going to happen is, hopefully, if it's done correctly, there's an energy force that you will feel from each element. That energy can be different from any. It just depends, I guess. You will feel different. That's the best thing that I can say to you, is that you will feel it, really feel it within, And of course, it's really important that we connect the Lord with the Lady, or the earth with the universe and our energies. Now, this is where things differ, because you have your liquid in your chalice and you can put blood in there. Now, I did because I do, but you don't have to. And I just pinprick 1 drop of blood, and then you would take your athame and point the blade down, and this tool, obviously it's in your hand, you've got your drop of blood, prick your, and then you put the bottom tip of the blade into the chalice, into the liquid, then all becoming one. When you are done, and I'm going to put it in further detail, I'm just explaining it so you know what you need, and how the process goes, because there is chants to say, there's you know, different chants that you'll need to say. When you have connected like that, light your candles, obviously. Now, some people light their candles before, some do after. When I do the upload of how the chants go, the candles will be lit before the blade and chalice meeting. Once everything has been invoked and you're in your circle, like I said, you'll feel it anyway, you'll just feel it. There is a dedication to make. That's why I gave blood, because I'm kind of asking them to come in and help me with things and witness things, and you'll see what I mean when I go into the chant, you know. So I thought, give back. You can also have chocolates, cakes, sweets to offer, obviously. Trinkets too. Some take trinkets and little animal totems. So yeah, you don't, you know, the blood's just, it depends on who you are and what you want to do. But yeah, have some sweets and cakes too. Sorry, forgot about that. You'll need those. Now, you can add crystals if you like. You can make it as dramatic or, you know, as little as you like, as long as it's done, and it's done with whole intentions of your heart. Then, of course, absolutely. Once you have invoked it all and you have sipped, because you will have to sip, and you've eaten if you've got cakes and sweets there, then you'll obviously have to send everything on its way, all the energies, each individual will be sent on its way in a particular form, and the, you know, Gaia, Mother Earth, God and Goddess, whatever, they'll be sent their energies on their way as well. The circle, if you've cast it, will have to be closed, and you will have to obviously then tidy everything up. Don't leave it ever, tidy it all up and cleanse it if you can with sage to start again. If you haven't burnt down the candles, the initiation candles, you can obviously watch them and leave them burning if you choose to, or you can diff them out and reuse them in a normal cleansing part ritual, but don't use them in another spell. Anything that's left over liquid wise, food and things, ideally you need to be giving it back to the earth. So I mean, she does produce everything for us, so yeah, you need to definitely give it back to the earth, and make sure you're not killing anything along the way. Don't do that. What I have is a spot where I can, if there's like any alcohol or anything left, I have a spot that I can pour it into and cover it up and nothing can get to it, you know, which is strange, but yeah. And it's same with the salt and things, sprinkle it on the earth and make sure you're giving it back and you're not wasting it. Don't waste. Once you've done all that, that's your initiation done, and you'll know with the energy. You may even have a dream that night, etc. I'm going to put the full ritual up anyway. I'm just explaining how it goes, like I said. Now, everybody always like says to me, I don't understand how you can be like you can be, knowing what I've been through and things like that. But right, so from a very young age, there were some certain rules I was given, these certain rules to follow, and they kind of like know yourself inside and out. Really, like not, I mean really know yourself. Understand your workings and craft. Learn something every day, because knowledge feeds the soul. Love every single living thing, regardless of what they are like. Love them with your all. Do not feel or have the need to go into battle when someone says something bad against you. Leave it be. Leave it be. Say nothing. Absolutely never say anything. Just leave it. If something doesn't feel right, trust yourself and your intuition and walk away. Always. Just walk. Don't argue. Don't explain. You don't have to. Get out of it and don't look back. And your gut will tell you. Obviously, journal. Definitely journal and meditate daily, because it's a way for us to express ourselves. Be eccentric. Express yourself however you want to. Be artistic, regardless if you can do it or not. Just do it anyway. Doesn't matter what it looks like. What matters is you love it, and it's expressing the inner you. Love yourself, and that's a very hard one for some people. I'll probably do a video regarding that. Really love yourself, you know, like really love yourself, and then you can love others. Connect with Mother Earth, and I don't just mean, oh, I'm connected to the earth because I'm going for an hike. I'm connected to the earth because I'm fishing. No. Connect with Mother Earth. Ecstasy is in everything, okay? It's in the way in which we touch ourselves. It's in the way in which we touch the ground, the branches, the leaves. It's everywhere. You've just got to learn to feel it. Don't keep bad energy around you. Let it go. Move on. Keep positive people around you. Keep your vibrations higher. Then you'll attract positive people. Cleanse regular. Protect your energy regular, because they are vampires out there. Energy vampires that will suck and drain the life from you. Learn to adapt and change daily. Just for fun. Smile, laugh, give, receive when it's given, and don't question. So yeah, the kind of rules that was drilled into me from a very young age. And I think when they are put there from a young age, that's why they stick. And then it's like anything that's spiritual or on another level, trust it, because you need to trust yourself. Absolutely trust it. Completely trust what you are seeing. It is real, you're seeing it. And you know, that is just the way to be, because it's just, it frees you from everything. Like, it's so hard to explain. It's very hard to explain. But it's a kind of freedom that if you've never been there, then it's a kind of freedom that you will be like, wow, I have been missing out on so much, you know. So yeah, it's things like that really. They're like rules that we go by. And as far as the Wiccan read goes, there's only so much that you need to understand out of that, and that's the rule of 3, you know. By the Wiccan read, we must in perfect love and perfect trust. what you send out comes back to that bit. That's the main thing, because sending out bad, you will receive bad. That's how it works, unfortunately. That's the world. This is, I think, why I was taught to be the way I am. A lot of people say she's in La La Land, she's away with the fairies, but people that know me, they totally understand. Like, they understand, you know? They're like, no, she's not. She's just so happy, and she just loves life, and that's true. I find enjoyment in the smallest stone. Like, even in things that hurt, I enjoy, because you feel it, you know, and you need to feel. Another rule's release your emotions. It's okay to feel. And there's the, like, I think it's check your own attitude. So, like, if you feel like you're getting an attitude and you're like, stop and think, and check yourself, and you don't, basically. But do speak freely when needed, but do it with courtesy, respect, no malice or anything. So I guess that's why I'm like I am, I suppose. It's beautiful today. I do prefer autumn. I like collecting leaves and making things. So I have a few journals. I have this one, which is the Earth Warrior Witches, generally call them grimoires and journals, Book of Shadows as she spells. But journaling's really important, because you can write all your experiences down, all your feelings, your thoughts, anything can go in there, you know, and it's your private personal thing. So yeah, that's kind of important too. I have lots. I have like a fear one, I have this one, I have a healing one. The amount I've got is unreal, really, to be fair. I'm just sat here thinking about it now, and I'm like, yeah. A few. Unfortunately, one of the first ones that I wrote, I no longer have. I watched it be burnt in front of my eyes. That's a story for another day. Anyway, guys, I hope you're all safe, and I hope you're all well. I love you all. You're all beautiful. Definitely. Don't let anyone tell you any different, okay? You are all stunning and beautiful, and you all deserve to be here. I can't see for the sun. I can't even see if camera's on me, but yeah. So blessed be, guys, and obviously, namaste. Mwah.